What's up, everyone? Welcome to Dell Futurist presents Alienware LevelUp Challenge. I'm Shades here. Joining me, as always, is OG, the low-res chicken. OG, what's up, man? How's your day going?
Well, it's been going great, Shade, and I'm recovering, in fact, from the day we had yesterday. A lot of lulls and a lot of great moments, in fact, from the Dust 2 game was really good, and hopefully we have a similar day headed into today. I know for a fact that we have the second game coming in really packed with action, but the match we're going to have right now, in fact, it's going to be something that we really can't predict because Six Sizzlers versus Giveaway Gods, both of these teams, a relatively newer addition when it comes to names to the Indian scenario, which we've seen off late has been a real heated affair. So nothing but excitement headed in, Shay.
Indeed, man. Six Sizzlers did come off a very close match in the last round versus Sangfroid Gaming 16-14 on Overpass, while their opponents here today, Giveaway Gods, they've had a slightly more easier route down, pretty much victories in the single digits, not really challenged, but I think they're gonna go up against a lot more competition here. The map picked is Mirage. Predictions, OG?
Again, I've not really been a favorite of this Mirage pick, and for good reason, right? We've seen how many comfortable teams could go down the drain just because of not putting the other inexperienced team in a sweat zone. So, predictions, say, I feel like Six Sizzlers have this one, a team that I feel like might be the underdog here, but we all love a good underdog story, ain't we, Shay?
We do indeed. Let's jump straight into the action here as we're ready for round number one. For all the viewers tuning in, Dell Futurist is a platform where you can pretty much pursue your passion and convert that into a career. There's a lot of opportunities, not just in the field of gaming, but in the fields of music, arts, sustainability. Do sign up with us for the Dell Futurist program. Do check out the mentor sessions that are available online as well. With that, I think we're in for a quick B-Rush OG. The CTs get hit hard, but the smokes towards B-Shot. Don't really see the entire short wall of smokes in the pistol round, but that has ensured the T's don't really get cut down initially before the plant goes in. Now the retake, 3v4, man advantage, players coming out to market and they get cut hard. Down to a 2v2 here. Peace gonna go charging up his 1v2, can't find the head. Z-Fly with 2, Giveaway Gods take the pistol.
In fact, that is the end. Z-Fly in the round had a quad. Massive performance in the afterplan. Gets all 4 members of Six Sizzlers. And mind you, Six Sizzlers had the advantage walking into the retake as a man advantage, and they had an aggressive play through B-Shot right behind that smoke. That should have been theirs. But Giveaway Gods, just absolute lights out performance here to start things off with on Mirage. It's only going to be the pistols on the board. Another pistols in that as well, without armor. Up against these SMGs, it should be fairly easy, but what's that damage? In fact, I think it's Finn who dinked his own teammate and got dinked thereafter. The frag doesn't come in from Connector, handing the man advantage over to Giveaway Gods, but if they're able to down Z-Fly and make something of this AK, it will be a little hard for Giveaway Gods to try and retaliate. Luckily, Z-Fly is able to get the remainder of the frags. For a second there, it looked a little scary. But Six Sizzlers did do a good job, though, in thinning out the numbers. So they didn't really have anything invested. Now they're coming in with the investment, though. But this is an iffy one, Shade. I've never liked this kind of investment to begin with, just due to the fact that you don't have utility to make ends meet, and it's only existent onto one player, right? That's Arcade Rani. So if the rush is fast, which is the case right now, it's going to be really hard to stop, and it's going to be raw firepower that's required. Dynamite missing an absolutely crucial shot. Luckily, nobody has checked Extreme's position as yet. The Molly gonna push him out in the open. They lie in wait, and Finn rewarded for his patience. The defense just crumbles, and Giveaway Gods trade the frags, get the man advantage, and get the B side with the bomb down. 2 versus 3, but the HP on Giveaway Gods is chipped away. So it's certainly doable here. But the problem is, I don't think Six Sizzlers even want to risk this, considering the fact that there should be a kit to its bench, if I'm not mistaken. But given it's the B side, it's pretty hard to even approach this dynamically in a 2 versus 3. They're going to call it quits. They're potentially looking for some exit frags coming their way, which Z-Fly headed this direction, gone to its underpass, comes to the clear, but gets taken out nonetheless. Peace, Slice and Wait, Finn coming in from the backlines, has the yop, and that's massive stuff. Every man from Giveaway Gods did end up going down. This by no doubt is expensive, but Six Sizzlers still have to make something of this economy, and it might just be on the back of a force, because they know as well that Giveaway Gods are going to be on the reinvestment, and this is their chance to potentially break this T-side momentum.
It is indeed, man. The first buy round coming in, and it's going to be not as bad as it initially would have, thanks to the recovered AWP onto Dynamite there, finding 2 frags at the end of the previous round. It looks like he wants to take it aggressive towards short. There is Pulse in this direction. Will he find him? Ooh, the cross. Just in the nick of time.
Sneaky stuff. Giveaway Gods contesting towards mid without Sizzlers coming to being informed of that fact. They're playing really close with these Clarions and the MP9, which is a good thing to see because they're putting in really effective range. Dynamite going boom with that entry. There should be a nade follow-up on this peak. Finn, that nade did not do any damage, yet it was beneath his feet. Finn delivers the critical blow, though. Get delivered the clear critical blow, in fact. With the MP9 at that range, they really need flashes. They really need some kind of utility to help them out. C-Fly, an absolutely beautiful job with the AWP up close and personal. Perhaps puts them in contention of this round. A 3 versus 4 with the CTs having the numbers advantage. The only problem is utility for them is dire as well. Beautiful shot from Peace. He's been patient throughout the entire round, and he's been rewarded in gold. Kami's all that survives, and he's coming in through Connector. Extreme already having eyes alongside Stress. Easy shutdown from Six Sizzlers. Giveaway Gods. The lack of utility there and the way they took engagements made it really apparent as to what's happening with Six Sizzlers just sitting comfortably at the side and getting these frags.
Yep, and we are in the final week of the Dell Futurist presents Alienware LevelUp Challenges, the round of 16 match. By the end of Sunday, we will have our champion with us, a team that would have made significant inroads towards converting their passion for gaming into something more. At the end of the day, OG, I think Counter-Strike at this level is all about getting recognition, showing players that, hey, I am skilled both individually and am compatible to play in a team. And
I mean, there was a meme going around last year in CS saying, Abe, land ka banda hu. So I guess that meme says it all, right? Based on how...
yeah, it is all about the bragging rights in the community. And Ankit
Nice
Rane.
Yeah, right now it's Giveaway Gods only on pistols. Try to do a little bit of chip damage onto Rani, but of no avail so far. Z-Fly, the beautiful shot to it, connected to the smoke, even trying to give a little bit of avail for Stress to peek under. Now, a lot of control taken over. Z-Fly does end up paying for it though. Man advantage given back. Mind you, they cannot allow Giveaway Gods to even try recurring the rifle. Oh, I assume we might get the slice and dice. This play is already telegraphed. Snipe knows exactly what's happening. It's all left on the Kami, who's already being watched, by the way, from Dynamite. The real crucial part of this round here, Shane, is now Six Sizzlers double op setup is given away. Giveaway Gods know what they're going to be coming up against. Oh, what a shot with the Deagle. Nice stuff, not gonna lie. And they failed to get the yop. This is attention to detail here, Shade. If giveaway gods enter this round expecting the double up setup and oh, okay, six Sizzlers did reinvest back into it. I think that one piece of information might have given them some sort of direction as to where they could head this round with. Normally, against the double up setup, things would be effective if you do them early on. So things such as a quick rush towards B or a quick mid to B split, for the matter of fact, to be in positions where the op cannot set up that early, right? Even if you do set up to a sniper nest, an easy crossing smoke complemented with a Molotov both towards sniper nest and connector with a B shot crossing and a couple of flashes here and there. Boom, you should make your way across, and this should take all about 10-15 seconds, which is not enough time for the op to set up. They'll need to head in to this round with tactics such as those if they are to catch the setup from Six Sizzlers off guard, or else it's going to be just a comfortable sight hold. We've seen Six Sizzlers come in with time and again. Giveaway gods. Their money is looking a little iffy. I think Pulse did drop over that AK to Z-Fly, where Z-Fly now could drop something along the lines of a Mac 10 to keep the pace up, but Pulse will not have armor. So definitely a point of concern. Pulse just disconnected. I think we should have the round reset and this entire scenario figured out. Nonetheless, if they do want to have this setup, it should work. But the only problem here is you might need to use him as a bait or something or the other, because without armor, it's next to impossible for him to even try taking a fight up against the rifles, let alone the utility that's disposed of by the CD side. Did a new player by the name of YDN join the server? I'm a little...
Yeah, I think we had a...
Their sub.
Yeah, I believe they
Nonetheless,
gotten their sub in.
an eco is really necessary at this stage where giveaway gods are comfortable in a position where they want to keep forcing back in. We've seen this in the past, Shade, and we keep advocating against it for a reason, right? This about 7 times out of 10 does not work, and would you really want to bet your hinges at a tournament when it's 30% at a win probability? I really wouldn't.
Yeah, it's a huge gamble.
Nonetheless, pistols.
And
Mac
it
10,
relies on ensuring
AK,
that...
everything that they need, but utility gonna be definitely missing on the board. The flash, beautiful from friend Dynamite. He's only good for the first though. Before the white swing comes through bench, he needs to be more than ready. He's in fact trying to conceal himself, buying as much time for the rotation. That smoke is gonna give him a lifeline, and they might just push on the back of it, trying to be as unexpected as possible. Dynamite. Oops on definitely giving away where he is, and this is the time where Young Zara chooses to aggress. In fact, the fight taken through side distracts him long enough as they will find the drop. A 2 versus 4. This round's gone haywire, and we talked about risk reward being a thing, Shade. Boy, does it reward giveaway gods winning a round from absolutely nowhere.
I think it pretty much came down
That
to
entire
not facing Dynamite there, OG,
was a little
towards
iffy.
short.
They allowed the Chiefs to get control both towards side and bench. Dynamite was not even in a position where he could contest, right? He was all the way through get right. He was risking being swung through the smoke. There should have been rotations fast to their Shade, or else giveaway gods would have just gone down that round easily. And the fact that they were able to get so much room to work with, let alone as a huge misplay coming in from Six Sisters.
The shot towards B short.
Right? He gets that opening kill on a Dynamite, missing the Molotov as well. But this is important stuff. He cuts off rotations towards mid while the long rotates come into over QCT, which means the A rotates slightly delayed piece. Up close and personal with the Deagle. He's only good for the first. The push through the smoke and Stress full of noobitas. He gets the new gadget and gets it a new try and almost gets the second as well. Why the attack so low? And that's why Snipe Kid chimes in from the back lines. They are killing them from their shadow. Giveaway gods getting a taste of their own medicine here. The force they use up against them. The off can't do much. Z-Fly goes down to the Deagle as well. 3-4. Boy, have we seen a round turn in such fashion.
Indeed, OG. 4-3.
Giveaway gods. The trades, it felt like it came in a little too late, and Snipkin, they're given so much room to maneuver with. In fact, he was in the backline so quick. Giveaway gods, they were as confused about this as we were, and that just showed in their gameplay right there, Shade.
Indeed, it did. Looks like we're going to be jumping into round number 8.
Rifles invested, giveaway gods. It's their turn with the pistol. YDN. Gas armor. And ooh, what a stunning shot! Finn! Are you serious? Is this gonna happen? 3 rounds back to back? Deja vu, have I been in this place before? Z-Fly is gonna burn to a crisp. Luckily, we regained sanity in the server, and Six Sizzlers hit the equalizer. But that entry, crispy as hell. But the way it's going so far, sort of being a very hard.
All right, back into the game here, 4-4. Looks like the first pick does go the way of the CTs. Back again, Six Sizzlers going very strong at the moment, and Stress gets another 2 players down piece. Does here, Finn is gonna fall back. Let's just wait on Sniping here to bait the shots out. Perfect bait and switch. Leaves it all down to YDN.
Oh boy, this is turning out to be quite the pistol affair, right? I'm really loving this matchup so far, Shane. Mirage, it's delivering for us in all fronts so far. So, with this gun round completely dismantled, piece, okay, something done in the way of damage. But Six Sizzlers are building up quite the bank here, Shade. In fact, Snipe King's sitting up all the way in 10 grand, while the rest of his team sits near a 5 grand estimate. Giveaway gods have to do a lot from here on out to not only regain control of this game, but also try and take away that economy that the CT side has amassed. So far, it's a really impressive one. Should let them at least 2 rounds where they can be in that comfort zone. Do you think there's something Giveaway Gods are not doing though, which they really should have done?
I think it's pretty much come down to Giveaway Gods giving a lot of early fights like this one to Six Sizzlers. It was a lot harder. They were hitting with the numbers in the first few rounds, but right now, having spread themselves out, they're fully committing in very early into the round. That does allow Six Sizzlers to just aggress at different parts of the map and win out these individual duels. And I think that has come to hurt Giveaway Gods quite a fair bit here.
Boy.
In fact, 6 of the last 7 rounds going in the way of the CTs. They're back in this and have now taken a decent lead here, OG, well and truly on their way to putting up a good first half.
Yeah, it is a really good economy backing them as well. So it's not like it's showing any signs of dying anytime soon, right? This is exactly what we're talking about when we mean having that safe book when you're entering these kind of tournaments where they still run a risk at being eliminated. You need to have that real strong economy backing you to make sure that that momentum swing really doesn't hit you as bad. The main reason why we've been seeing these kind of momentum swings of late, Shady, is because even when the rounds get down in the wire, even when a team is winning, let's say 5-0, right? It always comes down to the wire. They're not able to build the economy. As soon as the second team comes in with that one round to reply with, they'll be the ones with the guns, they'll be the ones with the utility, and they'll be the ones that goes with, they'll be the ones having the things that goes along with it as well. So instantly the economy of the other side gets broken, and it gives a huge opportunity where now Six Sizzlers, they're working to try and close that window of opportunity down to barely an inch. Sadly, giveaway gods have not been able to take anything close to a mile. The mollies, the smoke, the flash, in fact, is going to be perfect. End up going down to its CT. It turns it down at 2 versus 3, and the quick response isn't going to be there, though. Ooh, spam on spam action, but it's Finn who comes up on top. It's all on a dynamite and a 1 versus 3. He has the defuse kit, but only a flashbang to work with. And the bomb planted towards ramp as well. This should be easy for giveaway gods to say the least. We'll have seen far more ridiculous stuff than this happen, especially even in this matchup, Shade.
He spots the player out towards A-Main, the perfect bait and switch. Giveaway gods pull around back. Did look very bleak initially, especially not checking Sandwich there and giving the opener almost a second. He lands the trade on the player at Palace. I don't think they're able to clear Sandwich out for a good couple of seconds, allowing for the rotations to come through. But not only they lose that player, they lose the player up at CT. Courtesy trying to get some spray through the smoke. And giveaway gods do pull a round back, but Six Sizzlers have quite a bit of money to immediately reinvest back into this. 2 CTs towards Van, trying to take the fight up at balcony.
Oh no, he blocked his teammate's flash. Oh, that's a huge giveaway. And now the advantage. Z-Fly has been an absolute monster so far. 4 giveaway gods, netting his team's rounds left, right, and center. YDN's going to be on the late flank while the bomb is committed, but will they have any inkling about Peace's position? Was the question. Yeah, Finn's going to look towards underpass. And this was a questionable round, Shade. From the very get-go, that flash, that either made or broke that round, considering that everybody from giveaway gods were ready to pincer and hit the B side. This entire round relied on that single flash, which sadly did end up getting blocked.
The chase is onto Peace, and yeah, Z-Fly is gonna find him at the end. AWP recovered as well, 6-6.
And a beautiful spawn. Now Z-Fly could go for the mid peak and also win it out, Shade. I mean, so one of the aspects of CS that Valorant really worked at is the spawn mechanic, where it makes things more even, right? But this is why we love CS. You never know what's coming up against you. Something as variable as spawn, right, can make such a huge difference in how much of an advantage you get. Exactly as seen now, Z-Fly gifted that initial mid pick, has cover in the form of Finn towards top mid, and just due to that one variable existing within the game, giveaway gods got such a significant lead in the start. Beautiful start from them, and Sizzlers, do you think they need more rounds though on the CT side? 6 rounds so far. I'd say 1 more and they should be in a position where it's not as much sweat.
Yeah, 6 rounds, not really the ideal scenario, but I guess it'll pretty much do. They're gonna be, however, looking to get at least 1 more here of the 2 remaining rounds this half. They do have a decent enough buy coming in, 2 kits, fair bit of utility, but the fast plays have been hurting them of late, OG, and the aggression that the CTs are attempting has failed in a couple of occasions now. We did see the aggression towards B apartments a couple of rounds earlier, lacking a little bit in the execution department, where that flashbang doesn't really connect and he ends up dry peeking the T at kitchen.
He was more than ready for that, matter of fact.
Yeah. And this time there is almost no aggressive stance coming from Six Sizzlers. A lot more passive. The Oppers sitting all the way back at connector. A very passive position held towards jungle as well. instead of the sniper nest. Full mid control surrendered over, but Giveaway Gods not going to spend much time over there. They're taking a very aggressive position towards B apartments. It's only Dynamite here who holds the fort down, and if he gets figured out, things will go horribly wrong, but he wins the opening duel. That buys enough time for Ankit to come in as well. Dynamite repositions himself here towards Van.
Taco, and he's able to extreme actually towards Taco. Beautiful crossfire so far. And they've done more than enough, right? This is what you do in the B defense. You buy time and you make sure that the rotations come knocking before you end up falling, which is exactly what happened. Giveaway Gods, that Molotov, that single Molotov slowed them down so much. Six Sizzlers, they became far too comfortable towards the B side. And like you said, Shay, Giveaway Gods have been trying to pull off these kind of maneuvers where they require those kind of picks headed towards that direction, or else it just looks like it's a really bad strat. And hey, we've seen really, really good teams in the international scenario pull these kind of strats out. A good example of that will be Furia, where when they rush in, it'll be like, why are they dry rushing this? It's stupid. But when it works, you're like, who the hell are these guys? Absolutely massive stuff in terms of results. So it's very contrasting. If you make it work, it looks flashy. If you don't, it looks trashy.
I mean, those are the kind of players. Those are that are make or break, right?
Exactly.
It completely relies on the fact that the opponents don't really expect you to go for something as
outrageous as this round. Just a dry swing through connector. Who even does this anymore? It seems like Giveaway Gods, they're making a new trend of it. Hey, CG swing is good. Lines himself 2 frags with the M4, and that makes things more even. Oh, the op shot missed. This guy's gonna be enough to force them off edge. Shade is his. Z-Fly position discovered and down. He's got 20 frags in the last 15 rounds. An absolute provider here for his team. Kami on the wide swing, he gets the thing, not the finish. Extreme on the wide swing though denies him, and they have more than enough time on the fuse. 8-7, Giveaway Gods. Their T side, what they did on the T side, Shade, they absolutely cannot afford to do on the CT. On the CT side, I feel like they're going to be a very passive team, or they're going to be one of those teams that like to counter-aggress based on information. Let's see what's going to be up for the tapes, though. Giveaway Gods certainly in with a good display, especially Z-Fly. Someone has to commend this man. 20 frags, absolute monster on the side. Actually up against 6 Sizzlers, where the majority of the side of Giveaway Gods have been letting a little steam off. The Z-Fly is the person who they've been reliant upon to win, I'd say, the majority of the rounds that they've won so far, especially the pistol.
All right, pistol round of the second half. Looks like they're gonna send Stress charging early towards B, but look at this CT stack
double
here.
fake. It's so smart. Now Snipe Kid is gonna come in with the smoke and 2 flashes, and everybody is gonna be headed towards the A side. Or will they? Are they gonna buy the bait? YDN, Charm Spot, the initial engagement taken. This is the crucial part. You wait for this man to at least die, but they've already shown themselves. They know exactly what's up. Position might have been given away, but they're still in decent ones in that as well. The Glock up close. Peace. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but the double fake was a very ambitious strategy. We've seen this. I think this is the first time we're seeing a double fake in the entire tournament. I'm really happy that Giveaway Gods, 6 Sizzlers, in fact, tried doing something as innovative, as creative, not as innovative, because it's been all the way back since 2017 since this has been done. But this is smart stuff, Kate. I love this. Beautiful stuff so far. 8-8, Giveaway Gods. Their gut. I say at that point, it's just gut instinct, right? You know it's going to be a fake just on what you're seeing on the screen. That initial kill shouldn't have really come in. Then the hit towards A, but the A players didn't spot any aggression. So I really love that calm, cool communication that Giveaway Gods have come in with. At least that's how it should seem on the back of that pistol round victory.
Flashbang out. It is going to be a deep train heading in towards mid. And this time they don't really have backup through connector in position. Z-Fly just going to go ahead and peek it regardless. They've already charged in towards the B-bomb side. YDN though able to hold things down, and they get stuck towards B-shot there. OG. They get mowed in transition.
A flawless round for Giveaway Gods. This, again, Shade, a strong CT economy is something that teams strive to achieve. But in this case, right, both Six Sizzlers and Giveaway Gods are getting their fair chance of building that strong economy, which is, quite frankly, a rarity to see on Mirage ever since that addition of bench towards mid. This map, in fact, has slightly favored the T side a little more than the CT side. The Molotov, not going to be a successful one. There should be a flash accompanying these peak, or else it's Young's no, you need to have your gun out! That is the worst possible time to pull it out, and oh, this round, it might just be given away due to that one minor misplay. YDN, though, has been pretty well concealed. Are they going to be committing the hard clear? Oh, that's just coming down to the timing. Dynamite. He was lucky to jump at that time, and YDN tried to play all the sound cues, but that failed him massively. Still a 2 versus 3 though, and there is a diffuse kit, but utility is going to be at an all-time low. I think they've just spotted the pixel of Dynamite's shoulder. That's not going to be enough to win them the round. In fact, it's Snipkin who denies them both and sends Giveaway Gods packing as Six Sizzlers claim the first gun round. And this is a strat that I was actually expecting to see in the first half from Giveaway Gods trade when that double up setup was there in Six Sizzlers, which we never really got to see. It's really nice to see that B-shot split in, especially considering the way they broke Giveaway Gods, right? Keeping 3 men up, their economy ain't taking that bad of a hit. The timeout taken as well, they could relax as they've hit the equalizer. Now it's going to be a fight for double digits.
9-9, Six Sizzlers call the timeout. They're finally able to pull one round back after Giveaway Gods have been running away. 2 rounds at the start of this half, 2 rounds at the end of the previous one. Going into this gun round, they will be up against pistols only from the CTs. I think it's just to try and calm themselves down and ensure that they got their basics right and they don't offer anything up for free here, OG. A few duels go the way of the pistols early, and once they get their hands on their rifles, this could end up being a completely different round. That being said, looks like they kind of aggress up early in, and yeah, the CT is trying to take aggression with the pistol. They might be able to get the second here. That would have been big from Finn, but now he's stuck inside the smoke. He's still doing decent bit of damage through the smoke.
3 versus, oh, what? What? Peace ends up going down as well. Now 1 versus 2. YDN, the only player who has armor, does not have HP. Kami, the only player who has HP, doesn't have armor. So it's quite a comical change of things. The flash, into its sandwich, but that's not the position sniped is. Beautiful job yet again. He delivered in the first gun round. He delivered when the guns were headed towards the wrong hands. 10-9. Six Sizzlers, they find double digits first. Giveaway Gods, you in fact just jinxed them there, Shay. They did exactly what they were not supposed to do, play that fast up against the pistols, because when you're going up against Eagles, you might as well just use a utility and just have them in a very, very tough spot, right? Rather than giving them these fair 1v1 duels, which Giveaway Gods were more than happy to take, for that matter of fact, towards the A side. Sizzlers, they won't get many chances like this where they can start building the economy and start building the lead. So whatever little they are getting right now, they really need to build on it, because now Giveaway Gods have come in with their buy round. They're going to be investing into their M4s. Utility is going to be the main point of concern though. Molotovs, there's only 2 of them to speak of. If Six Sizzlers manage to grind the time down in this round here, they'll have the advantage walking in. They'll need to be playing very disciplined though for that to happen.
They push through the smoke and they try and catch Six Sizzlers off guard with, again, an unexpected play, but weren't the T's ready for it, OG there. They try to peek in through the smoke, a very low percentage play, a kind of play that you already brought up some moments ago. If it works, you're gonna jump off your seat. If it doesn't, you're gonna look pretty silly. Option B is what happened there for Giveaway Gods, unfortunately, down to a 1v5 YDN.
He's unheard of. There's no way that he's saving this gun whatsoever. Ends up paying for it. Extreme to down him with ease. 11-9, and that is a very crucial round here, Shade. That is a full buy round, which Six Sizzlers made it look so easy to win out. Considering we're at a stage of a game where each round is going to be worth that extra bit more, considering how much effort both these teams have come in with, it's going to really give a nasty pinch to Giveaway Gods, because now they're going to be on deagles. Granted, deagles do work at times. We're in India, deagles work more often than not. It's still not the advantage that you wanted. And now the scoreline is going to slowly but surely start to put that pressure on your back, which you really do not want headed into a tournament as dicey and as stacked as this. Why do I keep jinxing this, Shade? Am I doing something wrong, or is this just the wrong place to be with when you are fighting against eagles?
Stressful has made it a lot more doable right now for Six Sizzlers. He finds 2 frags back in an Extreme, makes things a little bit more normal, but I do believe we have one of the players disconnecting. Unfortunately, the round will go on 2v2 right now.
The bomb. Absolutely massive stuff, because now the control of the bomb will be gifted to Finn. Oh boy. With 45 seconds on the clock, this will put Giveaway Gods under so much stress and pressure. And the more Finn doesn't show himself, it makes it all the more evident that he has control of the bomb, right? That's got to be on the back of the minds for Giveaway, for Six Listeners, in fact. If Finn wins this out, this is going to be one of those absurd rounds of casted, and he turns Extreme. No, this Freddy runs out of bullets at the worst possible time. Six Sizzlers. They don't have a grip, but they are still holding on by a finger. That man disconnect could have meant absolutely everything for them. Giveaway Gods. You do got to consider the fact that they were just on pistols, and the amount of damage they did in the round prior was absolutely massive, right? In fact, they got it down to the last man standing on the side of Six Sizzlers. So when they do counter the investment, if they stop making those low percentage plays, Shade, they certainly can make their way back into this, without a doubt. But it needs to be on the back of the success they find now. They will invest in the rifles. Do you think that there's something that Giveaway Gods... We've said a lot about what they're doing, right? On where they could potentially hold off and call it quits, and potential problems that they're having right now in the setup. What do you think they should do, though? What do you think is the right course of action here?
Well, for starters, it has been down to Zfly and Finn alone. The other 3 players have had a relatively quieter match. I think if they are to win this, at least for the coming rounds, they're gonna have to step up. Whether it is playing the buddy system, trade fragging, putting yourself in a better position to win those duels out. Because with just the 2 remaining players right now, the way Sizzlers are playing, they're playing fast. They're able to isolate some of these CTs with utility, put them in uncomfortable positions during the executes. And in such a situation, even if you're in the best of form, right, it's very hard to still carry the rest of your team on your shoulders. Looking at the scorecard, 23, 2 and 14 on Z-Fly, Finn on 17 kills. But besides that, you're looking at 8, 10 and 7. It's not nearly enough when you're going up against the firepower that Sizzlers are packing in this matchup. You're gonna have to do a lot more.
Evenly spread out.
Yeah.
Every man from Sizzlers stepping up, Extreme a little more so. But so far, I'd say one aspect that Giveaway Gods really should try considering is perhaps just don't be aggressive. I mean, there's no need to be ultra aggressive on the CT side. There will be avenues where you can play like pickoffs, perhaps a quick play with the op through B short, or even a quick jump up towards B apartments without committing everything, right? In the a few rounds ago, we saw them try to commit a lot towards that B apps push and get deep control of kitchen. That's not necessary. You just need maybe an op setup aggressively there, get the initial pick as they're trying to explore towards apartments and get the advantage in terms of information, because you'll buy time for rotations if you post up with an op in that kind of positions. So that's something they can certainly try out. But in fact, never seen them even attempt to do something towards underpass. I'd say if you are comfortable, right? So there are people comfortable with the passive style of CS, and there are some people comfortable with the aggressive style of CS. Everybody has their own flavor when it comes to what cookie they want to take out of the basket. So hey, maybe something like underpass, something that you haven't tried yet so far, might come a long way in terms of rewarding you. But those are just the few openings you have. Like you mentioned, Shade, buddy system is something that we haven't seen Giveaway Gods set up perfectly as of yet. A good buddy system setup towards Mirage is that aggressive setup towards A ramp, where we'll have one guy hiding towards the left side of stairs and another man just buying bait towards the entry at ramp. Maybe he gets that first kills, falls back, looks towards Palace, and allows the man who's aggressive towards ramp to get like 2 kills lined up and use the bait to perfection. There's so many things you can do on this map at the CT side, but sometimes the amount of things you can do might just overwhelm a team rather than nurture their CT side.
Well, this is unfortunate for Six Sizzlers. They're missing a player. They are using up most of their tech timeout. If he doesn't join back in, it's going to be heartbreaking. But if you're running a man shot, you would rather do it on the T side than the CT side, OG. It's a lot more doable.
It's just due to the fact that you have a choice where you can have the numbers advantage, right? Because you for a fact know that heading into an A side, there most probably will be 2 players on the side and 1 player in a rotation avenue who could make it there in, let's say, about 5 seconds. So you know for a fact that if you're headed towards one place, you will have the numbers advantage nullified to some extent. And the trades, if they come in Shade, it's all about playing the post plant right. Maybe some things you will miss as extra utility in the post plant, just due to that extra man being down. Maybe even something along the lines of firepower. So there could be a lot more to it, but kudos to that, because on the T side, it's significantly easier to try and make yourself room to come back into these games. Giveaway Gods have come in with this single op investment. Do you think that now is the time they need to start considering a double op setup? Because on the CD side of Mirage, the double op setup, if time is played against the double up setup, it's not as effective. But when you head into the round, the initial 30 seconds, that's why the op is really powerful. At least the double up setup that we spoke of.
Yeah, I think the rounds where Giveaway Gods actually contested mid via Sniper Nest and Connector. Those are the rounds that have worked really well for them. Yes, there was a round slightly earlier where both of them get picked off, but that came down to mostly the CTs getting hyper aggressive, trying to peek through the smoke and trying to go for that low percentage play. But that aside, I think Giveaway Gods just straight up need to challenge Six Sizzlers and ensure that they don't get real estate for free. Just getting an update from the admins that unfortunately one of the players had a disconnect due to a power cut from Six Sizzlers, but luckily I'm being told he's going to get back into the server real soon, so that's a big sigh of relief there for the T's, OG.
A huge sigh of relief, considering that they're the ones in the driver's seat of this game right now. They can't afford to give this golden opportunity away where they could potentially come really close to closing this out, Shade. It would mean a lot for either of these teams to succeed in this tournament, because like we said, right, a lot of the names on the server right now aren't really very recognized ones in terms of Indian esports. So they certainly could start to make a name up there, and what better way to start this year than perhaps getting deeper in this tournament.
So just
the ambition for these teams.
Quick heads up for all the viewers who are tuning in and wondering, hey, where are the big teams? This is a tournament primarily for the newer upcoming players and teams to showcase their skills and start their journey towards becoming a professional player and start their journey in taking and pursuing gaming and esports professionally. So there was a straight up requirement for the registration process itself where all the top teams were not gonna be part of this. So which is why you're seeing a lot more newer names. You do see quite a few other tournaments where you see some of these newer names. In fact, you see all of them there. But when the push comes to shove in the round of 32, round of 16, round of 8, they almost always get overpowered by the bigger teams, right, OG? We've seen those matches, and they have a good journey throughout the tournament, but they never really are able to make that transition over in the final third, over that finish line, and win some of these tournaments. But this is quite possibly the best chance all these teams have had. So I think they're going to put everything on the line here. It is, of course, best of ones all the way till the semifinals. This is the round of 16, after which we'll be moving into the quarterfinals, then the best of 3 semifinals, and the best of 3 grand final. A lot of bragging rights at stake for the winners. OG, I'm sure you relate to this as well, for someone who did initially try to build a team around you and try and pursue the path of becoming an esports athlete. What does it mean to just straight up win a tournament?
Oh, it actually means the world, because you know that sleepless nights that you put in, the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that you put into the game, the amount of effort that it took to not only improve yourself as an individual, but also as an aggregate, right? Because you look at it as a team, you look at how you can improve together and overcome hurdles. It would mean an absolute crap ton to these teams as they progress deeper into the tournament. These games, as they get down to the wire as well, Shade, it gets more emotional. These journeys, they are quite a thing of memories when you do look back upon them. And hey, even though some of us might not be pursuing this full time, they still will have that thing that we came into this tournament, we wanted. What do you have to say about that now, huh? So you always have your heads held high when you do come out positive in tournaments such as these, where you're up against good competition nonetheless, but you still have a chance at victory, and boy, is that sweet for anybody.
Well, Dynamite as well as Ankit Thorani take control of mid here. They're going up against Z-Fly, who's been a pillar for giveaway gods. Ooh. Not the man you want to peek, especially when he does have the big green in his hands. Opening frag goes down, and that's the kind of opening the CTs wanted. Low on confidence, and wait, what? Did we see?
Snipe King disconnected as well.
Yeah, but unfortunately, player damage is already taken in this round.
Yeah, so they can't really afford a restart as well against the rules. They need to play this one at 2 versus 5 for now, potentially giving away double digits to giveaway gods.
This is good if you're giveaway gods, right? You've now not only built some confidence up with those early frags in, but you got a way back quite possibly into this match as well. 2-round difference, just maybe another buy at best coming out from 6 Sizzlers before they have to eco. So the CTs are not too far away from leveling things up here, and similar to yesterday, OG, there's been a lot of back and forth, and does look like this one's going all the way down to the wire as well.
It certainly is, Shade. I hope that 6 Sizzlers did not get off edge just due to the previous round, because they still have the lead, right? At this point, you are the one with the advantage. There's no point in getting your mentality ruined and have your day ruined alongside that as well. So keeping a clear mind is what they definitely should be looking at. That smoke towards jungle will thin out the rotations possibly, as they're hoping that there are only 2 players towards B, whereas that's quite contrary to the fact where they have had 3 men stacked towards B, and there's a real fast rotation that's possible by Finn. He'll line up the smokes for the B executes from afar, so it's going to be less time given for the call to be made. Giveaway gods, they need to be so prepared for this hit. They're gonna be caught off guard at any moment. Kami ends up going down, faces life up. The final prize. Young Zero can't land a single frag as he does damage. Fit enough time on the rotation being caught, yields him a kill. And mind you, Dynamite's so dead low. The running train back downs him. He spots the bomb Finn, but he's overwhelmed, not knowing if there's a man towards B short. This leaves Z-Fly, who's been an absolute beast throughout this matchup so far in a 1 versus 2 with the op, mind you. Nobody's looking. Nobody's looking. He's maneuvered so easily, and he's found the frag on piece. Stress. Is he going to be able to get the down? Yes, he is. Perfect time with his positioning and his peak. Silence all the way as he silenced the op from potentially going big and massive. 6 Sizzlers. They manage to regain their momentum by that 1 round win. Because look at the economy now, Shade. Kami and Young Zera only have 2 Molotovs. Sorry, only have a Molotov each. Finn has a Molotov and a flash. Z-Fly only with a flash, but the op. Finn blind us up. That secondary flash comes in to blind the secondary player. And that is just beauty in the story, because the beast is fragging out. Nice stuff coming in from the T side. Flashes completely demolish that mid setup, and giveaway gods has their aggression at mid again costed them massively, Shade, because we saw this earlier in the half with the 2-man push towards connector, and we're seeing this yet again.
I mean, I did say that was their absolute best way back into this match, and I still believe that, but it's pretty much down to execution. They've not really set themselves up in the best position to win it out. AWP peeking way too wide there. Too many bodies in. It's all down to YDN. He needs to come up massive here for giveaway gods. He doesn't find a single kill, and it's all down to Young Zera. 1v4 here, backs against the wall. The money's not there, OG. They're dead broke. This looks like an almost impossible scenario for giveaway gods. He wins the opener. How is he gonna be able to win this? Yeah. Dynamite point blank range takes him down. 14-10, $3,000 across the board. They almost certainly have to give up match point at this point of time. A force buy here, and they give themselves a lot lesser chance of forcing OT here. So they go for the wise decision. A few upgraded pistols, 1 flashbang only. Maybe try and hit 5-man mid. Because we know 6 Sizzlers have been turning up with the numbers there on most occasions. I think just straight up challenging them with the pistols with that 1 flashbang cutting the distance down to top mid and having a luck with the Deagles and the CZ, I think is the best opportunity here for Giveaway Gods OG.
I mean, considering that Sixes, there we go. Luckily, Stressful Nubita did join back to the server. For a second, I thought, okay, are Six Sizzlers seriously considering to play this a man disadvantage when they have another timeout? But hey, all for good. Giveaway Gods, you're right about one thing, Shade, playing aggressively with the pistols does pan out. And especially with the way Six Sizzlers were almost giving away a couple of rounds where earlier in the half they did suffer a lot of casualties against the Deagles, right? I think they've learned their mistake as well. They're playing this one a little more patiently, although they are split up. So the ability to refrag is virtually non-existent on the side of Six Sizzlers. But they're going to be at the clear advantage when it comes to some of these aim deals, because it's actually only YDN who has armor. So if they don't land that first shot, it's done. The Deagle, it won't matter regardless it won't range you or Snipekin. He's been so consistent in the past few rounds. It's really been a delight to watch Six Sizzlers so far. And if you're putting yourself in the booth of Giveaway Gods, especially Z-Fly, a really good player. We've seen lights out performances from him throughout this game. Do you feel like there's anything specific they need to work at? I feel like they really need to start developing their CD side defaults, because the way they're responding to aggression really doesn't seem sound. Deagle ends up getting one frag. The miss from Dynamite ends up lagging. Kami in return, almost equalizing the HP in that process. Should end up going down in the matter of no time. Might even fancy his chances of trying to save an AK here, but beautiful swing. He takes Nubita down, and mind you, the smoke dissipated to his ramp. Not sure if it came in from Kami or did it come from Sizzlers. Nonetheless, Kami not even attempting it. Going to go on the save. Sizzlers gifted map and match point. We've seen this, especially in online CS, Shade. It doesn't matter if there's 5 match points, 6 match points up against a team. They might be a good chance for them to still come back into this one. Do you, though, have any hope for Giveaway Gods? Do you feel like they still have some fight left in them? Because Finn and Z-Fly, they've been the only ones who've been going massive so far.
They better have something more left in their tank. They're going for the double up setup. The two fraggers who've been playing out of their minds for Giveaway Gods, both on the big green. If they are going out, they want to go out in a bang here, Rosie. But the double up setup, is that really the answer to this? I think just straight up having the op on these guys ensures that they're able to fight a lot more longer than you would on a rifle. The first frag, if you get tagged down, there's a very less chance that you can still be relevant for the rest of the round. Same is not the case with the AWP. Even if you're 1 HP, you can still get quite a bit of work done. So that considered, I think they give themselves at least the best chance right now going into this. But I think they've been more or less lacking on the counter utility part. Six Sizzlers, when the execute does come early in the round, whether it is a mid take or a hit, we haven't really seen effective counter utility usage to stop Six Sizzlers from going for that bait and switch, right? Every single time you see the T's coming in, they always have the crossfire set up. They always have the trade frags in place. The CTs have been offering quite a bit of isolated individual fights up to Six Sizzlers, hoping to just straight up come out on top of most of these duels, while it isn't really the case, especially in games where you're not in your best of form, right? Those are the games where you need to rely on your teammates, need to rely on your utility usage, on your experience to fall back on, to ensure that you can still keep fragging regardless of the fact that you didn't get your A game to the server. And I think that little bit of a difference is what is going to eventually separate Six Sizzlers from Giveaway Gods, unless the CTs can readjust fast And by fast men, I mean right now, this round.
Exactly, Shade. It's their last hope essentially headed into this tournament. And boy, our giveaway gods just kicking up the pace a notch. This double op setup is gonna be punished by space. Rifles are the only things that can hold on to their hope of winning this game, and they are. G1veaway, in fact, Charlton as well with the op, and now it's all left on a Hurani into its sight. Giveaway gods do the right thing here to punish the double op setup, which is play fast. But to go alongside playing fast needs to come utility, where the flashes, it felt a little absent when that hit went in towards the site.
It did. 6 Sizzlers there pretty much walked in, like I said, without enough utility. We were talking about counter utility usage from giveaway gods. You don't really need them if the Ts aren't using their utility in the first place. And not only has it given them the round, but maybe a lifeline back into this as 6 Sizzlers are back on the pistols only here. Early frag going the way of the CTs should allow them to calm their nerves down a wee bit more. It's all on to Pulse though. He cannot afford to give away the rifle here. He's playing it patiently. Does allow Peas to actually peek back and check this angle. In fact, it's Pulse who goes aggressive and he spotted out Extreme as well. He stands around a bit too long to take this fight. Not the best option, but Kami wins a big fight there. He goes down. That's the B site given up and an AK. So 15-11, giveaway gods have kept themselves in this matchup at least for now. But it is still 2 CTs towards the B site. The Deagles can still go to work. 53 seconds remaining. The Ts have more than enough time to take these 2 duels, get the plant in as well. But the crossfire setup being held is very close, and Stress needs to hit 2 huge shots. He spotted the head out, can't get that first shot in. He had a look at it, OG. He had a small window, but giveaway gods continue to hold on. But is this the end of the road as the buy comes in for 6 Sizzlers?
It does feel like it, right? The damage done in the prior round by giveaway gods were more than enough to make sure that it makes sure that 6 Sizzlers doesn't have all that money to reinvest. They have 2 Molotovs left over, Shade. So it's not going to be as comfortable as it was in a couple of rounds prior. But 6 Sizzlers still need to be in a position of worry, because these comebacks, it scares me, Shade. Because you never see these ones coming. You're never in your dreams, but they always show up in your nightmares, which right now, if your giveaway gods needs to be your lifeline and blessing. They're converging towards the ace side. Finn is going to be playing very passive through ticket booth. In fact, only thing he's committing to right now is a jump boost. Jump spot. Pulse. Initial kill on Extreme as he disengages, but this will just call for the A side to be hit even harder. Sadly, they do not check towards Under Palace, which ends up costing them. Young Zera gets the kill onto a Snipekin who was completely... I'm not even sure what you'd call it, distracted? Yeah, I guess that's right for not securing a position. Through connector piece, ends up down in Z-Fly, who have that secondary op. And it does seem like they are going to be able to connect it in the end as well. 15-13, giveaway gods absolutely coming back into this game. And finally, 6 Sizzlers call a timeout, which is their last one in their bag. So they're prepping up for the next round, Shade. They're going to get everything they've worked for. Any cheesy strat they have in the bag, now it's a chance to see the light of day. Giveaway gods, they'll need to play an absolute flawless 2 CT rounds if they want to get this back and push this game into overtime.
I think this is going to be the more trickier round because 2 flashbangs, upgraded pistols, 6 Sizzlers have nothing to lose. They're going to play hyper aggressive, try and put the CTs in an uncomfortable spot, especially the double ops, right? If the CTs manage to take control of a site and force the double ops into a retake situation, that's the absolute worst nightmare for the CTs. So that
This is
considered,
important here though, because there's only one man who's playing towards this, even guarding A side for the matter of fact, and it's Z-Fly. He's been on an absolute tear lately. If these Pistons overwhelm him, Shade, there's a huge chance that this could work. The only problem is giveaway gods are taking their merry time, which means that the rotations towards the B side will not be all that late. In fact, Finn, he has his op trained to his position. Oh, the he taking the leg actually lands. Z-Fly needs to connect on these shots. Finn a little late to land the man who jumped through balance like a madman, and he's punching in the digits. Sadly will not yield him a plant. It looked a little scary there, Shade, because if they just burst at the palace initially, right, there's only one man at CT, he can overwhelm him and he can get the bomb plan, which is their objective. But they waited a little bit, try to play around with the timing and see if there's any voice cues giving away the CD setup, which it didn't. 15-14, giveaway gods hold strong with the double up setup, but it's going to be on 6 Sizzlers to break this double up setup and break this comeback that giveaway gods are mounting. One of their final timeout, and they've taken it now, 15-14. I assumed that the second game today was going to be really heated, but boy, is this the first game to kick us off with, Shade. What an amazing start to an amazing day.
well, giveaway gods, 4 consecutive rounds in the bag, and the final match point for 6 is the final round of regulation time. 5 AKs, the full set of utility, 5 sets of armor and helmet. CTs continue to reign supreme with the double up setup, but we did see a few cracks in the AWP setup last time around, OG, that pushed through Palace with just the one flashbang. There's a lot of shots missed. If that was a gun round, the T's would have been in a crazy position to punish the ops and quite possibly put giveaway gods out of that round entirely. But that wasn't the case. Let's see if 6 Sizzlers have picked something up from that play in the previous round and look to exploit it back here again when it counts a lot bit more.
So far, 6 Sizzlers. I don't think we've seen a vanilla A hit like this, or it even might catch them off guard. Giveaway gods, though, more than ready on the reply with Z-Fly with the op. He's gone above and beyond in this game, but he cannot deliver anymore. He's run out of gas. Luckily, this is where Young Zera potentially picks things up. Kami has already made his way through CTV as the plant still yet to go down. Finally punched in the digits, but no place to reposition. In fact, he gets a Viking funeral. It's all going to be on a Dynamite and Peace. Dynamite, he tries to buy bait. Peace needs to be on the white swing. 2 kills. Massive one is done as well. Is this going to be the 2 versus 4? The Ninja, it gets them to overtime. 15-15 on 10 HP. Kami pulls off the unthinkable.
Kami, you little beast. That is nerves of steel, OG. 3v2. Actually, yeah, it was 3v2 there at the end. And he still goes ahead and puts his head down, holds the defuse.
Oh boy, what do we just see here, Shade? How is this even possible? Oh no.
Kami, 16, 2, and 19. All that frags aside, it came down to him trying to hold on to that smoke diffuse. Z-Fly deleted away 6 Sizzlers. How much wouldn't they have paid to have that opening the last time around, OG? But the response is back very quick here from Kami himself. Dynamite trying to be a little too aggressive. There wasn't really necessary to take that individual duel. I think it was just the adrenaline rush, wanting to put this round behind them as fast as they can, costs them a crucial frag, and giveaway gods are able to even numbers out, but it is still advantage slightly to the T's. Will they check WAN though? They don't. Kami Offered another frag for free, and where's the trade? Where's the execute? Why is there one man only charging up, OG? Is this players cracking under the pressure here in OT number 1?
I mean, they came all this way, Shade. Just seeing them being dismantled in a brutal, even the King on stress. His own teammate on the verge of taking him down. Extreme. Gonna be feeling a little sorry about that one. In fact, giveaway gods are not picking up a single op. That is surprising because there was an op to its car, right? You would consider that the double op setup which propelled them to overtime might be what should be in the back of their mind. Rather, they've gone back to their defaults. This is pretty smart stuff coming in from giveaway gods. 6 Sizzlers. My oh my, how things have gone wrong for them. Where they were on the cusp of taking this game home. Now they're on the cusp of not even having a home, for that matter of fact. It being stolen away from them right in front of their very eyes. Smoke for the crossing from Nubita. Should be able to get a clean angle through connector as well, and he makes absolutely perfect use of it, although the aggressive stance is easily punished by Bulldog. 3 versus 4, with there being a glimmer of hope at the end of the tunnel for 6 Sizzlers. You just gotta feel how contrasting of a difference this is from what we saw what we can even consider 10 minutes ago, Shade, where it seemed like giveaway gods were having none of it whatsoever and 6 Sizzlers were the one in full control. Pulse. The timing absolutely favored him in that situation. And has this OT come back to curse 6 Sizzlers, giving a little too much room, in fact, for giveaway gods to make their way back here on Mirage screen. Utility out of the hand. Kami, the spray whiffed big time, leaving it all on a run. He's 7 HP. Even if he does save, there'll be men on the hunt. There's 30 seconds on the clock. Has been just toyed around with Bulldog to take him down. 17 of 15. The last round of OT1.
First half of OT1, of course.
Sorry, the last round of the first half in OT1. A little bit of a long day, and wait, it's been a long day for Sizzlers as well, right? They really needed a timeout in the situation. That's the point of using all your timeouts, right? That's why the trick comes in, where in overtime you don't get more timeouts, especially when it comes down to the wire in overtime. You really wish if you had a timeout if you're a 6 Sizzlers right now.
Looks like they're going to set up towards A main here. They've hit B time and again, and I think it's time for them to change things up a bit. AWP, however, is trained in here towards Palace, while Finn and Z-Fly, these are the guys you don't want to go up against on the defense, and Z-Fly blocks him out on the entry, uses that smoke to his advantage, and I think that is more than enough. You sit back here, get utility out. Do you really want to force in? He finds it again. He's doing this time again. How is he allowed to do this, OG? Can he get another flick? He still survives. Finally, the punish comes in, but the question is it too late? They still have the numbers advantage here. As Peace is able to find another one in Paul's small opening. Ooh, sniping. Gets tagged, but Kami is left alone. 1v3. Peace is pretty low here. The shot not connecting. He's going to try here round 2 again. He needs to try and get those wall bangs in. He's still uncertain on where the second key is. The smoke's a big mess as well. Doesn't allow him to try and stick the diffuse. Time is running out. He has the kit. He's going to try and hold this. Will he find dynamite? No, he won't.
No. But that nade team kill, Shade, almost got me killed there. Because if you lost that 1 versus 1, then only
dynamite.
Yeah, I have no words, Shade. That's how unthinkable that would have been. It would have been unspeakable, for that matter of fact. 16-17. Now with the tables turned, let's see how Six Sizzlers react to this. Because when they were on the driver's seat, everything looked cool and all. But now with Giveaway Gods coming with the response, this is the hallmark of a good team, right? Even when your opponent is on their A game, you need to be in such a stable position that you don't get thrown off. So far, it feels like they still have their hand grasping the edge. But it's only that, because if Giveaway Gods win one round there on map and match point, which means that Six Sizzlers for once will be starting to feel the pressure.
AWP out towards mid as Stress gets smoked out. 3 T's charging through. Stress. What's his play gonna be here? He's just gonna park himself up towards the corner. No challenge in from Connector this time around. Does look like we'll have a round reset coming through as Snipin hasn't moved an inch. He's sitting on quite a bit of money, no armor. So yeah, this is pretty much gonna be a quick reset back. But Giveaway Gods, they need 2 of the 3 rounds here in this half of OT to close things out. They are in the lead. Six Sizzlers almost throwing away the last round of that previous half. The nade coming in pretty much converts that 2v1 into a 1 versus 1. And if that initial spray down does connect in from Giveaway Gods towards Connector, that would have been curtains right then and there. Six Sizzlers, their confidence would have taken quite a big hit. But instead, they're still pretty much in their 16-17. They're actually going to try and make a play here. So we might not have a reset anyway, OG. The push comes through. Extreme has managed to get through. Kami, though, has picked a big kill here. It's going to be down to Pulse. Pulse finds one. He goes for the spray. It's big. 2 quick kills.
Match point as well. Is this really how Six Sizzlers go out? From being, I sort of jinxed the comeback when it was near 16-10. Sorry, 15-10. But I didn't expect it to go like this. This is a heartbreak story that Disney could go all out with, Shade, because the redemption might just require a second installation.
Well, AWP from Dynamite. Unfortunately, they used up all their timeouts, so they're gonna have to try and wing this with the numbers disadvantage. 3v5 off the bat. OG, how big of an ask is it from these 3 players right now?
I'd say cosmically big for them to even try and contest this. P's already down a 1 HP as he drives and waves the white flag. And the crush towards the A side, Finn, that dink. He'll eat it. But he's alive and kicking. Dynamite, mollied out of position, not able to take aggressive stance to try and return the odds. It should be it, Shade. The flick doesn't come in. It's all on Arani in a 1 versus 4. Kami looking to close things out with the op. He ends up going down. An impossible ask. Has the defuse kit. Not a single smoke in sight. The flash lights absolutely nobody. And Z-Fly takes him down with ease. 19-16. And boy, I cannot get more of this from online CS. This is the part of online CS that is so good to watch, Shade. That randomness, the raw energy behind these comebacks, all the way back from 15-10 to 19-16. This is something that just cannot be fit in words.
Indeed, man. Huge props there to Six Sizzlers who take the win at the end. Unfortunate for Giveaway Gods, a couple of disconnects. Pretty much came back to bite them there at the end, but we will take a quick break. It was a long one at that, so we're not going to take as long of a break. We'll just take a few moments and we'll be back immediately with more CSGO action. I'm Shadeslayer. That is OG the Low-Res Chicken. Don't go anywhere. What's up everyone, welcome back to the Dell Futurist presents Alienware LevelUp Challenge. I'm Shades here. Joining me back is OG Dolores Chicken. We're going to be jumping into Lead Masters versus Sane Clan up next, which is on Nuke. OG, what are your thoughts on this match?
Headed into this, it's Nuke. I'm expecting it to be a one-sided affair, and hey, let's just call maybe luck on this. I think Sane Clan's gonna win.
Yeah, the match has actually already started, so let's not waste any further time. Let's jump straight into the action. The score stands 5-4 in favor of Sane Clan. Looks like, despite it being not a very popular map, I think this is still gonna be neck and neck, OG.
Yep, it certainly could trade, considering that the scoreline is so dead close last time. The last few times I've had Nuke played online, it's been a delight to watch, which seems to be the case right now. Lead Masters, they have taken the A side by force with that 2-man advantage. It's going to be pretty easy to lock things down. And hey, it feels like the CT's already called quits. They're not given any fights. They shan't take any more. Sane Clan taking the lead on the on the T side, in fact. It's actually Lead Master who will equalize this, but Sane Clan with the lead so far on the CT side. They'll be in an iffy position, right? Because on a map like this, you'd like to get as many CT rounds as you can, just due to the fact that it's much harder for the T side to get grounds on Nuke unless you're very comfortable with the utility usage. Because we've seen a couple of times in the earlier phase of this tournament as well. In fact, we've not gotten teams where on the T side they're all that comfortable towards the wall of smokes out there and how to play that with the pressure that you build during that leak period. It just goes really bad shade when you're not the one in the driver's seat on the T side. So at least for me, Nuke still slightly CD-sided, especially given the skill cap we are in right now. Sane Clan up set up towards ramp. It seems that's where Elite are trying to commence their push, but it's broken full flag on its back. Champ, in fact, aggresses on the back of the defensive smoke and finds the down on a Sneezy. It's just gone really bad in this round for them. CD side defense so far holding strong. Delpan trying with that nade to get the skill. Strong engagement. In fact, he actually downs 666. This makes for an opening towards the A side, but there is obviously a man hidden in the form of Vince. Should be able to potentially see this coming from a mile away, although he gets spotted out. FaZe doesn't actually commit on that wide clean, which does end up costing him his teammate a 2 versus 1. And this is where the clutch factor really plays a lot of Nuke, right? There's a lot of avenues, there's a lot of ways you can juke around with the sound and the way it works in this map. Lead Masters, they still have a chance to get back in this, but it's going to be very difficult. In fact, Brock has a Molotov. He could potentially use to try individualizing these engagements. The walk from heaven spotted, but the deal far too precise for him to even withhold. 6-5. Sane Clan now with the lead. The op there towards ramp was instrumental in the whole shade.
It was OG. In that 1v2 situation, it was always going to be downhill for Lead Masters. As a mistake from the side of Sane Clan to actually let it come as close as it did there at the end. They had a significant lead, but gets cut down pretty hard. Delph at outer. Unable to find much here at the beginning. Sneezy tries to take that AWP up in personal. Six to 5, 40 seconds into the round. The T's are playing it very slow until Delph clearing up Hup there at the moment, but it is Brock who's able to punish up Champ, peeking back out from secret there. 666.
He's been a real provider for Sane Clan in the matches they've had off stream, and he's been a complete beast. Shane. Sadly, not able to deliver on this round, where the setup bait might actually end up working. Beautiful job, as all the distraction was brought in by Vince. Kush just pushes through the smoke and just mows them down and tears them a new one. 7-5, Sane Clan, on the back of the heroics of Kush, now are able to completely reinvest, take a massive lead. I feel like if Lead Masters do not reply right now, their first half will start to look very, very bleak, Shade.
It does. In comes the Molotov and no two hits given. They're just gonna go charging through. And Champ does go for the reface back out. The long spray all over the place. Sneezy can almost line them up right now. The timing doesn't work in his favor, and Sane
I
Clan.
thought Molotov is gonna be enough there, Shade. It almost looked like he could have gotten that double spray down. We've seen a lot of that today, haven't we? These one-off rounds. It just makes you so... You get those flashbacks, right? Headed into some of these engagements that... Is this really gonna happen today? I assume that they might leave that off alone. And with that off, it might be Lead Masters taking down that momentum Sane Clan are coming in with. So far... Alright, the reset's called. But so far, Sane Clan with that single op setup have been doing good. Do you, for a fact, see a double op setup working on the CD setup new? Because we've talked about how much of a headache it is on a retake, that with having both ramp room and outside completely locked down, is it a viable strategy according to you?
I have my doubts, especially with the kind of pace that Leadmasters are playing in towards ramp right now. I don't think they've challenged the two CTs that have been playing bait and switch in that area. They've got the crossfire setup with the rifle and the AWP combo. And all we've seen is a few pop flashes as they try and charge through smokes, Molotovs. The urgency, I think, is a little unwarranted at the start. And a lot more methodical approach is going to ensure that they don't lose the numbers early on. They go for the standard wall of smokes here towards getting access to Secret Cyclone. He just about misses the timing on two occasions there, OG.
Yeah, that's just luck hitting him so bad, right? Now, with a man disadvantage, Sane Clan, they're spreading their defense relatively thin. If the time keeps boiling down like this, opportunities will keep coming, and Lead Masters comfortably grip this round. Ooh, that choke. That choke. Yeah, could not afford to be juggling guns there. 8-6, Lead Masters on the way to salvage the half. Now, Sane Clan, with the last round of the half, do not have much to invest in. In fact, they don't even have money for going utility alongside their rifles. It's not looking as good here, Shade, as it could have been for Sane Clan, and Lead Masters sure as hell are making a lot work here on the T side, potentially claiming their 7th round on the board now, considering their bye.
AWP out, Sneezy Monster. With that peek in, he's got that one-way smoke working in his favor, but there's a surprise for him on the other side, OG, if he decides to force the issue here. However, Dell fan making the push through, and they actually spot out the Swag 7 point blank range offers almost next to nothing, but the pistols have already gone to work on the other side, OG. It's down to a 3v3. Make that a 2v3 is wise. Finds another kill as well. They've not yet made their way towards the site. The C4 is in control of the CTs here. Big misplay from Lead Masters. Is it going to cost them the round? Reborn. Unfortunately, with 50 seconds remaining, I think he's going to have to address out. But 666, don't know why he forced himself out in that position. Clears the C4, 12 HP, Wise. I think he's given away the sound cue with the jump there, as well as Sneezy becomes the sneaky monster, at least for now, as he slowly crawls his way back towards the A side. Should be able to get the plant with relative ease, as Reborn has control of Vents.
Yeah, and now with the cover provided, it should be an easy plant shade. With Vents being locked out as well, one rotation avenue chopped off. Champ though, aggressive and find both. What is Reborn doing? Why is he scurrying away? Because there was a smoke towards in-out, right? So he could just boldly face towards Vents. Yeah, one thing to notice there would be they didn't have any control towards either hut or orange door. But that was just that window of opportunity being so wide for Champ, not only to get that first, but turn around and find that second kill as well. Not the end we were expecting. Sane Clan with 9 rounds under their bag. Do you think that this is enough work done on the T side though? 6 rounds is, according to you, 6 rounds a good enough score headed into the CD half?
I don't think it is enough. Maybe in maps like Inferno and Mirage are maps where the gun rounds especially are quite heavily I would say not as CT favored, but on Nuke it pretty much comes down to the depth in strat book that you have, the executes that you have. If you're playing in pretty one-dimensional, sooner or later the CTs are what do I say, the Ts rather can understand the setups that you're working with and work around them. So it does get pretty tricky here with just the 6 rounds moving in. Then again, Sane Clan, I haven't seen much of them on Nuke. Do you have any information regarding that, OG?
I'd say on the Nuke, at least in the Indian scenario, right, where it's only played by a couple of top tier teams, I'd say it might lean a little more towards the T side. And the main reason due to that shade is we've seen the power that the wall of smokes has, right, towards the outside, where when you get control towards secret, it's gonna put a lot of pressure on the defense. So you'll need to have so much of cool nerves in how you're approaching it, and you'll need to know for a fact that your CT defense is gonna hold strong, right? When there are multiple avenues of you being caught off guard with none being certain, unless you take the risk of going and finding it, you'll need to be pretty experienced to pull that off. Hence, Nuke is a map which only the more experienced teams and the more nuanced team likes to approach. I feel like Sane Clan do have in it, they do have that one aspect that they really need to win Nuke, which is calm and coolness, because we've seen that in the first half, right? Where on their T side, yeah, they gave away a couple of rounds which they really did not need to. But sorry, I'm talking about Lead Master here. On the T side, they gave away a couple of rounds which they didn't need to. But if they hold that same passiveness on the CD side, it becomes really hard for Sane Clan to get that first frag without giving away a lot of information.
Ooh, a big opener here for Reborn as he finds a player lurking through hut, while the entirety of Sane Clan is taking control of lobby, and this does seem like it's going to be rush out towards the A side. Cyclone sitting on top of hut. He's getting overwhelmed with the numbers, but Brock, cool as a cucumber, is clicking players down, hides in the corner. Eventually, Sprayfax able to push out, find well on a swing across, gets 2, and now Reborn. His 1 HP and Spray just goes across. What a shot! This man has turned up big now. And we have actually a player disconnect there at the he might have just dropped down, OG. He was at heaven, I just have an inkling he might have just jumped down to his death there. That
Oh, he pulls off a lull in quite the fashion there. Well, that one tap though. Whew. I want to have something juicy right now.
what a player though, Spray Fact.
Exactly, dude. That one tap, that one round as well will put a lot of pressure on the lead masters, right? Because they've been on the back foot for the majority of this game. Now is their chance to potentially reclaim it with the second half pistol. Even that goes down the drain. Now they're potentially staring down a window of maybe 6 rounds of a disadvantage when it comes to trailing their counterparts. It's not setting themselves up for a good second half whatsoever. You better hope that this up close and personal deal works out with the Max 7. Because we know this A side to turn wonders for the CD side trade.
It very well could, OG. 10-6 here. It's just the pistols, the Swag 7. So quite a bit of money put into this round here by Lead Masters. It's going to be a B hit again. The Swag 7 can go massive and it completely whiffs out. Oh no, and Spray Fact has managed to get the work done, and Cyclone is left alone here with the Deagle. Does get the decent connect here onto one, but 666 able to close things out. CTs go for the gamble there with that force buy, doesn't really work out, and that's leaves them in an eco situation here. They're about 4,000 average dollars across, which is upgraded pistols, armor on maybe a couple of players. But rounds like this on the CT side is just music to the ears of the T's, isn't it, OG? No utility to go up against, and I'm beginning to wonder why that shotgun still hasn't done well up towards hut. That's a position that hasn't been checked as much, OG, by Sane Clan on their entrance, but they've been still able to punish without giving too many kills away. The huge CT trip walking through outer isn't really gonna yield much. The T's have walked in. MTB side plants down. CTs probably gonna stick around here up at lower. Nah, they're not. They're gonna go chase again. They've got one, but how much more will they find? They've actually gotten 2 kills as well. That's a couple of rifles that the team want to try and take out, and they do.
Team kill. Delphan kills Brock. Oh boy, this is not the time for mutiny, my friend. 12-6. Lead Masters not in the lead. So you can't say put out of the comfort zone. Sneezy immediately pulls off an AWP. The op is a very crucial part of Nuke. It does help in trying to deny a lot of these long range takes, which the T's do prefer, and shut down narrow corridors like to its trophy room, right? It's gonna be quite the upward battle for Lead Masters, but we cannot, and I'm repeating this, we cannot underestimate these guys even a bit. We saw what happens when you count a team out a little too early in the previous game, Shade. You can't have that happen 2 times in a row. You simply just cannot. Cyclone does invest in the XM1014, which he could put to good use, like you said, towards that A site. This time, though, it better come up massive, because the last time, it felt like it was completely insignificant on the defense.
The trick, though, to holding hut with a shotgun is the fact that you've got to make those initial shots count. You're not going to be given too many opportunities back into this. Once the T's know, they'll immediately be able to turn around, put quite a bit of bodies behind, eliminating the player holding it at 666. Gets deleted there. Rebound turning up though. Still, the job's not done yet. He needs to find more.
He smoked himself out. Not what you'd want to do in a situation like this. Relinquish relinquishing control towards the B side. Sneezy is going to be good for a single kill. Now the man disadvantage. They drop down vents. Same clan being as silent as they can with their approach towards ramp room, and this silence might just reward them a kill on a reborn. Are they turning the ship around? Are they headed towards the A side now? This is turning out to be quite the mind game coming in from Sane clan. They have to check this angle. They absolutely need to. They walk into it, and Reborn, he's whiffed big time. Almost lands that spray, but it feels like a mile away. Spray gonna close that door. The entry. Oh, ooh, he took a lot of bullets, but he finally lands that kill. The man disadvantage now for Sane clan. They're trying to pull this one back, but Lead Masters just crumble upon what's remnant. And 12-7. They need to start making their voice more eminent here, and the only way they can do that is to potentially bring out, who knows, maybe a double up setup shade. I feel like a double up setup right now would reward them a lot to try and deny a lot of this early aggression taken from Sane.
Yep, looks like one of the players has disconnected from Lead Masters, and the tech pause is called, but Lead Masters, they found a round at the most crucial time there, OG. They might just have another window back into this. 4 consecutive rounds coming in from Sane clan, and now they're sitting at just 4 rounds away from sealing a spot in the quarterfinals. Lead Masters need to start building in the bank. Dell as well as Cyclone are sitting at about $150 and $450. Absolutely nothing to reinvest back if it pretty much comes down to Sane clan taking this one. Which brings up the question, 14 rounds against you. It's a tall ask, especially on Nuke. In a situation where you don't have enough bank and you have to force buy in, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot in terms of firepower and and instead invest on utility if you are to hold the T's, OG. Else it becomes significantly easier for the T's to execute onto these sites. The smoke towards outer, the AWP doesn't really find much. Sneezy. They're going to commit in 3 players here. It's going to have to go big. That Incendiary actually does quite a bit of work there. Stops the T's in their tracks.
Time, definitely a factor here as the smoke's just about to clear. The op will have eyes towards red box yet again. Lead Masters. Initial engagement's good. In fact, it's on the op, which is supposed to thrive at these distances, yet ends up going down. Taking a couple of engagements throughout the map and now getting a feel of the defense. They know it's a little A heavy, hence they want to try and regroup and potentially head down to its secret and into its ramp, which seems to be the call of action here. Lead Masters, though, have been very adaptive in their CD setup. They've sent a man down, yet they are not clear as to what the setup is from Sane clan. It's all about timing here. Sane clan biding that time and trying to make the most educated of calls, as now they turn tail yet again and set up towards the ace side. Champ, in fact, has done a lot of work creeping all the way through hell and making sure that the defense is under constant alert, and they have no room to breathe here as the 2-man disadvantage crumbles upon them with this push. Cyclone, though, massive stuff, triple kill on the hold, has backup heading his way, and this round's just been broken apart. What a play from Brock and Cyclone, shutting down this A side push as everything built up to a Sane clan victory.
An amazing hold indeed there. Backs against the wall, the numbers advantage. They hold on to dear life. And a timeout called here by Lead Masters, as looks like they're facing a bit of disconnection issues. But overall, that round is going to go a long way in helping the CTs come back into this one. Sane Clan's money is down. They're going to be back onto pistols. All things said and done, CTs now do have a window back into this. But again, those early engagements not going their way, that AWP going down with nothing in return, sooner or later it's gonna come back to hurt Leadmasters OG.
It certainly would, Shade. The one thing I hope that Sane Clan are coming in with right now is a little bit of an anti-read, because I feel like they're being a little too patient for their own comfort, right? You can see that in the previous round where they were very indecisive as to where they want to hit, and when they finally made up their mind, Leadmasters, all they needed to do was stay in a position where they can rotate both towards the A and B side, which most probably will be both towards Secret and Vents. As soon as the hit came in, Cyclone went massive, and he had the support of Brock, who crawled his way up Vents to claim the last 2 frags and not give any chance, right? That's the ball being dropped from Sane Clan, and the lead potentially at risk here, as Leadmasters slowly but surely start to chime in at these rounds and add a good chunk of economy to it. It's going to be pretty hard if Sane Clan stays silent, even for the short term, because boy, will that amass and daunt on them in the long term.
Well, with the tech time being used here, hopefully Leadmasters can get their last player in. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly with the rest of this matchup to see if Leadmasters can make a comeback or if Sane Clan will be able to see things through and get themselves over the finish line. Don't go anywhere. Oh, never mind. He's back. He was just waiting for our QOG. Man,
cheeky little guy.
Perfect timing on the reconnect, and we're resuming back into this 12-8. But looks like he's going to continue hanging on to the XM. We didn't get to see a lot of it in the previous round, but up against pistols, I kind of have a feeling that the T's are going to force the issue here towards AOG, and we might just get to see that shotgun in action. Never mind, they're heading towards ramp.
Oh, the push, Delpan, Nate, only connects on 1. He's alone here though, so he does need to be as careful as he can. For now, like you said, it's only pistols. Leadmasters though, they really need to win this round, keeping at least their entire force alive. Their economy hasn't been looking great since their CD half even took inception. And Sane Clan, they're slowly starting to lose the grip as well, right? It's gonna come down to a situation where yet again, it's gonna be both the teams without an economy, and one-off rounds will have huge implications on things like the momentum. So far, Leadmasters are taking care of this in the best way possible. Ooh! That is dirty. I like that deagle shot. That is dirty shit. 12-9 nonetheless. Less damage done in the way of economy for Leadmasters as they slowly start to make their way back into this matchup. Sane Clan though, now with the buy, with chance to respond to this kind of hold coming in from Leadmasters, where at the end of the day, it's individual brilliance, right, that has propelled them till now. They need to start getting more of that crossfire set in play that we talk about. They need to get this XM running towards Hut, and the aggression taken throughout is easy. He's going to be playing in a very dicey position. Here's them all cross, and now the backline's compromised. That will certainly even delay the hit from Sane Clan. If not, speed things up where they won't be ready for any reply. Brock, he made the wrong move there. He was way out of line, pushing down Vents. And it's all going to fall on his Delpan to not only come in with the deny, but to go above and beyond, buying time for the rotation. In fact, I think he did just about enough. Sneezy, he's down towards decontamination, and boy does he deliver. What a monster. 2 kills netted, and it's all left on his prefect. this round, a massive defect from Sane Clan as they did not expect anybody to even think about pushing that smoke.
12 to 10. Are we heading to another OT situation here, OG? Sane Clan, they haven't really had the answers on the T side themselves, as Lead Masters AWP onto Delphan. What's the play here if you're T? They're going back towards outer. Oh,
Ooh, that hurt.
as good as it gets. They've got the numbers here as well. They're not challenging the CT's one bit. Defensive smoke setup as well. He has the trade with Brock. They'll line him up one by one. Got the last. Sneezy.
USB up. Spoke both the players out with the deal. Can get that lucky headshot. Doesn't seem to connect today though. Down to 4 HP. The knife. Are we gonna get it? Yes! Let's go, Sneezy! There we go, my boy! In with the knife. And don't you just love to see this?
It was.
Oh.
And
I feel so good right now just because of that knife. It makes you feel so loose and relaxed and enjoy the game, right? Even if you're a player at that moment, except for obviously the guy getting knifed. Oh.
Well, 12 to 11, it is the gun round coming in for Sane Clan here. They're getting very close right now. All the room for error that they've had has evaporated thanks to 5 consecutive rounds coming in from the CTs. A 12-6 lead at one point of time is now down to one solitary round, OG. Sneezy.
Sane Clan. A lot of this has to do about Sane Clan, right? Because they're not getting that groove on the T side. You've seen them ever since the last 4 or 5 rounds. It's been lead masters, in fact, who have been getting a little more accustomed to the C side. Yeah, it's been a rough journey. It's been a rough start into the second half. But hey, if you're a Sane Clan, you need to have this in your mind, right? You have the lead for a reason because you have a chance up against the people you're going with. Now, you need to make the best use of it, and you have to have the best positive attitude you could. Because right now, things are starting to look bleak, and they could look even more bleak if they give this one away. Delphan, in fact, got balls of steel, holding that angle even though he knew the player snuck past. Timing was everything there, and I guess it favored him at least to some extent, giving him that one frag to work with. Chokla, you're not supposed to do that, my man. Look at that. Not supposed to happen. Brock gets the spray down with the XM chiming, and this is gonna be one hard ask for the hold as Vince, the bomb, not even planning for him. But hey, that man is oh, he almost, that could have been a massive clutch. A little bit of nerves hitting him there, not gonna lie. 12 to 12, lead masters coming in with a massive comeback. Where we would have thought that lead masters were done and dusted shade. That round where, if I'm not wrong, the Cyclone and Brock going massive towards the A side, right? It absolutely turned the ship around.
Well, 12 to 12, that entire 6-round lead has evaporated for Sane Clan, and Lead Masters are back in this. They're back on even terms. Let's see if they can complete the comeback here. Delph holding an aggressive angle down, and he misses a sitter. Oh no, gets tagged down to 42 HP. The T's, however, not gonna try and force the issue here. However, towards outer, no presence just yet from the CTs. It's just Sneezy who's playing in up towards garage, and he finds a crucial pickoff, gives the early man advantage, sets up for this A defense coming up. Delph, another flashbang through. He's soon to have numbers come down his way. The bait and switch. Incendiary out. The timing's going to be a little late. They're going to peek out, but he's got the first. Can't readjust back in the nick of time for the seconds. 666 is left in a 1v3 though. Will they be able to clutch this out? It's a tall ask. Coming on. Yeah, up against Cyclone. C4 goes down, and with that, the lead for Sane Clan that have held for a majority of the second half. 13-12. 7 consecutive rounds. We did talk about it earlier. Is 9 rounds, rather 6 rounds on the T side enough?
I don't think it is, Shade. I don't think it is, especially the amount of pressure an inexperienced team does face on the CE side. It could not be just about enough, but what a start to the round. Sane Clan, finally a round where they look to be in control as it's only the op of Delpan remaining, and the MAC-10 just runs him down. Has this been the end of it here for Lead Masters? Is the momentum gone? This could mean the momentum switch is finally back. This might just be what Sane Clan needed to push themselves towards the finish line. It's gonna be the buy coming in from either side, a very crucial round for whoever wins this off. The op might just get the I2I, but Delpan finds the opener, aggressive at ramp, but the V-Frag is running his way. Spray, relentless in his pursuit for that kill, is gonna get that equalizer. A really crucial one in that as well. Sneezy has been well concealed. Champ! Oh! Whiff! The whiff, the knife comes back to bite him. And now, even though he's such low HP, he will still be a relevant factor in this round with the AWP. Cyclone. We've seen him alongside Brook come up massive. Brook, in fact, with 29 frags, carrying the majority of this game for his team. Closely followed by Sneezy. Now with a push, it's gonna be the A-side Cyclone. He's done this in this very position, but not able to deliver on the second time of asking. 666, only good for the first one. Brock comes in to take champ. It leaves Vince in a 1 versus 1. Where's the team? Shock! Fair! Oh no! I was just gonna say it's a fair trade, but Shock was holding out a nade. In a 2 versus 1, you do not use utility like that. You need to have your gun out and you need to be ready for the trade. 14-13, Sane Clan investing in what might just be their last buy in the tournament.
Well, every bit of money spent on a few of these players, as the question now comes, what do you do in a round this crucial? Do you go for the fast play? If you don't, Sneezy's just going to take the aggression himself and go for the punish. Smoke's ready to drop, but he goes for the peek. Why wouldn't you go for a faster smoke in there? But Delph, luckily, is able to hold things down, but Champ finds a huge frag.
The rotation's already called. Both the players, in fact, headed towards heaven. Delpan needs to hold towards side. Oh! Sane Clan just outsmarts them. They're like, you want to rotate towards A? We're gonna go back towards B. You've been juked. Spray, in fact, wait. The plant is towards decontamination. Why is Spray setting up towards ramp? This is gonna be confusing if they do not. Yeah, there we go. Spray makes it back in time, realizes that he has to play for the bomb. And now he's going to use that as a leash to perhaps try and pull the rest of the Lead Masters towards him. He's good for the first shot! Did not make it work! Sane Clan, an absolutely crucial round gifted by the heroics of Sprayfect. An impeccable 1 versus 2 done right down to the nail.
That right there came down to lead masters not really having the second player push in time there to get the trade right away. They give him 2 isolated fights there, and Sprayfax says, thank you very much. We're back in this with a bang, and look at what that has done to the money here for the CTs. OG. They're coming in hard with the pistols. They're trying to make the USPs work. Insane Clan picks up map and match point. Lead Masters. What a time to choke, OG. That long comeback. Is it all undone here in one round, OG?
I guess Sane Clan understand the pressure that you're trying to exert here. In fact, with Sane Clan being on map and match point, it's them who've called the timeout. They know how high stake these games can go. I guess they might have just gotten a preview of what happened in Mirage prior, and they do not want the rinse and repeat. They want this right here, right now, and do not want to chance it. Lead Masters, what's their buy looking like? Not that great. Their utility is going to be abysmal. They don't have a single Molotov, so a fast play, if put right by Sane Clan right now, will be next to unstoppable. That's even without talking about the gunpowder they have in play. 2 Clarions up on the board. So many rounds. Grind that out on the CT side. But is it going to be of no avail? Lead Masters, this will be an absolute heartbreak to see if they leave the tournament in this fashion. But it's not a Cinderella story, Shade. It quite often is the contrary. With these single elimination formats, it is heartbreaking for some of these teams, while the underdog run for teams like Sane Clan, who might end up winning out this matchup, it'll be a really good story for them to tell later on. And I guess Lead Master, they want that same treatment. They want that same Cinderella story going towards their end. And it's not over yet. It's not over until a team hits 16. That is the golden rule of Counter-Strike. That's the golden rule of online Counter-Strike. And so far, it's been the golden rule of Indian Counter-Strike, at least for the past few months. We've seen comebacks of greater magnitudes, Shade. This, by no doubt, has hit a really good level, and Sane Clan using each and every timeout. I don't think I've ever seen the Shade. If it goes to overtime and they do not have a timeout where things start to get a little sweaty, it's going to be a really, really large ditch for them to pull out of.
Well, the timer counts down. This might just be Lead Masters playing their last round in the Alienware LevelUp Challenge. 15-14, Sane Clan. 26 frags onto Champ, 21 onto Sprayfact. The 2 of these guys together have pulled the Sane Clan back from what looked like an undeniable force on the CT side from Lead Masters, but it's all down to this. All the rounds that they've had a massive performance, and here's where they need to open Spray. Ooh,
That's his chance to close it out.
Is that the difference, OG, from qualification and quite possibly being put in an OT? An opportunity presented there on a silver platter. Sprayfact unable to land the flick.
A minute 10 now left on the clock. We have seen this earlier in the T-half posted by Sane Clan, where if they boil down the time a little too low, they are the ones at the back foot. Because Lead Masters set themselves up so passive that when the engagement is forced by Lead Masters, it's never really favored in their setup. They need to make sure that they get this advantage and try to get perhaps the man in while getting the plan down. They'll need to play the B side to absolute perfection because they've not been contested so far. They have that radio silence they can use to their success. Rather, it's Sneezy with the AUG who pulls up massive on a champ, and now they just collapse down on this B side. They can even chance a plant, but they don't have cover. It's gonna be a very dicey situation, and Lead Masters almost doing this here, almost fighting back and coming back into this matchup. A 3 versus 4 towards the B side, as it's all hell broken loose. They need to jump down vents. They need to get control here, but it's only 8 seconds left on the clock. If they deny the plant, this could be done and dusted, Shade, but the plan ends up going down. 666, in fact, comes out with a massive frag on his shot. Sneezy has been well concealed as Brock finds a frag to his ramp. It's all left on his spray. And oh, no scope to perfection as he looks to clutch the 1 versus 3. He's going to use the scope to his advantage. The spam not coming in. The Glock yielding a kill. 1 versus 1. The door closed. What a gentleman as he looks to demolish the hopes and dreams of Lead Masters and potentially disqualify them. The fam ass, he fancies the spray in his name and his game. Dancing between the doors, dancing the ballet of death. 16-14, Sane clan pushed this past the finish line, but just barely.
Oh boy, OG, it came down to Spray Effect and his absolute brilliance in those last 2 rounds. 1v2 at the end, pushing it to a match point, and then a 1v3 gargantuan clutch to take Sane Clan through to the quarterfinals. What a match, OG. Break that up for us.
The way they ended that game speaks volumes. The adrenaline. I doubt that there wouldn't have been a player on either of their sides not sitting at the edge of their seat there. But it feels like Sane Clan were just in that comfortable position to close things down. The T side start for them in the second half wasn't really all that great. It was a lot of individual plays, in fact, that ended up biting them on the back. And at the end of the day, they made sure to use all that timeouts, Shade, which is something that we've never really seen happen, especially throughout the online phase of online tournament phases that we've been having for the last few months. I'm really happy that Sane Clan have proven to us here that they're the more dominant team, because both these teams here have been tested and tried on this match, and by no doubt, both these teams have earned a lot of respect. Both these teams have a lot of good players, and you can't just help notice and wonder what these teams will look like a few months down the line.
And with that, we pretty much come to the end of day 9 here. For the Dell Futurist presents Alienware LevelUp Challenge. A huge shout out for Dell Futurist for giving an opportunity for these gamers to convert their passion for gaming into a career down the line. If that is what you're looking at as well, do sign up for the Dell Futurist program. There is also a few mentor sessions available online that you guys can check out to get to understand the different opportunities that are available in the field of gaming and esports. If you're also pretty much passionate about music, arts, or sustainability, Dell Futurist is the absolute best platform. For all you gaming laptop enthusiasts, there's a brand new Alienware and Dell Gaming G Series laptop coming out this week. So do check out the Dell India and Alienware social pages for more information on that. For now though, this is Shade Sayer and OG signing off. We'll see you folks tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day, folks.